Good morning, everybody. Welcome to WCNC Charlotte To Go, a special edition, Super Tuesday edition. A live look right now over Uptown. Polls now open in the last hour here in North Carolina. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Sarah French. From the president all the way down the ballot to local races today, you decide who runs in November.
That's right. You have the chance to vote in several important races today, and you can get ready to cast your ballot. There are some recent changes to that process that you might not know about.
And WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane live outside a polling place in Myers Park with what you'll want to know before you vote. Hey there, Richard.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Ben. Good morning, everyone online. We just want to say that it's been brisk right here at this particular polling place. We've seen people since 6:30 walking in, getting their ballots and actually voting. So if you need to know what you need to have before you walk here, come to the polling place, yeah, take a look at the video if we have it. Basically, one of the things you're going to need to know is it's most important. You can only vote in your designated precinct. That means your polling place. That we have that information. If you don't know it, you can go to our website and log on to it and see where your polling place is, because that's the only place you can vote today from, of course, when the polls open until they close at 7:30 this evening. Another thing you need to know, very important this year, you need to have a photo ID. Yeah, that's very important. So you need to have a approved photo ID, something like a driver's license or a state-issued ID card, which isn't a driver's license, but it's a state issue ID card. You also can do it with a number of other forms of ID, like a passport or a county voter ID card. There are some other forms of identification that you might need that you can possibly bring here to the polling place to cast your ballot. Of course, that's also on our website at WCNC.com. And of course, absentee ballots, they have to be in today by 7:30, folks. They cannot come in any later than that. So if you have one, don't think you can drop it in the mail. The best bet is to take it down to the county Board of Elections and drop it off there, and that way your vote will be counted. There's a whole lot more of information out there, but you know what? We've got all the solutions, all the answers right on our website, WCNC.com. So happy Super Tuesday. Hope you're a candidate. The candidate of your choice wins.
Yeah, Richard, you see many people there this morning?
Yeah, like I said, there's been a steady stream of folks coming this morning. Now, it's kind of, this particular location is kind of awkward because people park in this particular parking lot that I'm standing in right here in Myers Park, and then they walk around a corner to the polling place. So we've seen a steady stream of people. It's been called brisk by some of the pollsters this morning, and they said it looks like a good number right here in Myers Park, this particular polling place.
Brisk is good. All right, Richard, thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Brisk is always good. Brisk.
Always good. Always good. That's right.
Okay.
Right.
Always.
Now let's go to live pictures right now from Capitol Hill. A few folks hoping voters will send them to Congress. There it is. Here are some three races that we're keeping a close eye on. First up is the 8th Congressional District. This includes Anson, Union, and a portion of Cabarrus County. It includes Monroe, Rockingham as well. Mark Harris looking to make a comeback after a voting scandal rocked his campaign back in 2018. You see Mark Harris there. Chris Maples, Alan Bauckham, a businessman also running. And then John Bradford, a state legislator, a well-known name, also a competitor in this race. Next up is District 10. Let's take a look at that. That covers Lincoln, Catawba, Iredell counties as well. Lincoln all the way up to Winston-Salem, Yadkinville, Statesville, a lot of folks in there. Former candidate, Green Beret as well, Pat Harrigan facing off against State Representative Gray Mills. You see Gray Mills right there. Pat Harrigan, a few other people in this race. And finally, perhaps the biggest toss-up could be District 6. Let's take a look at that real quick. This includes areas like Salisbury, Kannapolis, all the way up to Lexington and High Point. And the interesting thing about this one, outlined here in red, is there's no Democrat running. So whoever wins this race today, barring some unforeseen problem, will likely head to Washington. Former Congressman Mark Walker looking to win back his old seat. He's going to face off against former candidate Bo Hines and then the Trump-backed candidate, lobbyist Anissa McDowell. Important to note with a lot of these races, since there's a lot of people in a number of these races, if none of the candidates win 30% of a vote in their races, then a runoff could take place May 17th.
All right, Ben, thank you. Be interesting to see what happens. Of course, we talked about it all morning long. All eyes are on the battle for governor. Current Democratic Attorney General Josh Stein and Republican Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson looking to hold their lead and win their party's nominations. WCNC Charlotte's Destiny Richards joins us now with more on what could be one of the most watched governor's races in the country come November, Destiny.
That's right, Sarah. Most watched, and it's also the most expensive governor's race in the country as well. But before Mark Robinson and Josh Stein could potentially face off in November, they have a challenge to face tonight.
The battle for the governor's mansion heating up as Democrats and Republicans select their party's nominee. On the left, the latest polling shows Attorney General Josh Stein has a substantial lead over his challengers.
If you focus on the issues and you don't look at this from the lens of a blue issue or a red issue, but you look at it from a North Carolina issue, you can get good things done.
But former state court justice Mike Morgan isn't backing down.
I've got a capacity, I feel, as I have on the bench for 34 years, reminding people that we have to do what is best for all North Carolinians.
In the Republican primary, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson getting the support of former President Donald Trump.
We need and deserve to have a governor that will step up and lead the charge against irresponsible liberal policies that would hurt our economy.
He's still polling way ahead of Salisbury attorney Bill Graham, who says Robinson would lose if elected as the nominee.
He's going to lose. I'm telling you he's going to lose.
And of course, incumbent Governor Democrat Roy Cooper is not running because he is term limited, but he has already endorsed Josh Stein. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Destiny, thanks. Time now to connect the dots. When we make the news make sense. We've said it again, we'll say it again. It is Super Tuesday. And not just the local races we've just highlighted for you, but also across the country, it makes for the biggest day of the primary calendar.
Millions of Americans are voting today, all to decide who will be on the November ballot. Let's connect the dots. Folks in 15 states are getting ready to cast their ballots today, with more than 1,000 delegates up for grabs, the largest of any primary day. Most historians agree Super Tuesday started back in 1988. That's when a group of Democrats in the South decided to put several primaries on the same day. They hoped this move would influence their party's pick and make sure their nominee could succeed in the South. This year, Mr. Trump and President Biden are all but guaranteed a rematch, but both still want a strong showing at the polls today. A good performance could build great momentum for either campaign. But it's just not the top of the ticket. There are several other smaller races. Here in North Carolina, the most important down-ballot race is the gubernatorial primary to decide who will run in November for the governor's mansion. And that is connecting the dots.
All right, and a lot of people heading out today. We even have some chiming in, but Joy Mott saying, I vote absentee every year.
Because Joy lives in another state.
Melissa saying she's getting out and voting today. While women still can, ha. And she was joking. But anyway, all right, it's going to be great weather. No excuse not to get out.
I'm not sure if there's a better day to be out for anything, and voting, especially here on the Super Tuesday, will be in the low 70s. A couple spots probably going to make it in the mid 70s. No rain today, no fog, no issues out there. So great weather today. Whole different situation tomorrow. I'm glad it's Super Tuesday and not Wacky Wednesday to vote. It's going to be raining tomorrow. Dry weather Thursday, and Friday into Saturday could be some showers. We have some cooler temperatures Sunday and Monday next week. But today, pretty close to perfect.
So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, that's right. Looks good. All right, no excuse not to get out there and vote. Let us know if you are voting today. And the folks, we hope to see you back here tomorrow morning for another edition of WCNC Charlotte To Go.
Have a great day, everyone.